right, are we calculating? How's it looking? How's it looking? I'm going to show you the board in a second. All right, so here's the board. So now what you're going to do is find your numbers. So for instance, if you had 7 A's and 7 L's, you're in that top left bucket in the top left corner up here. If you're, let's say 5 A's, 5 L's, you're down here in this bucket. So find where you are. All right, so I'm going to give you a few seconds to locate that, find where you are. Don't worry about any of the words yet. We're going to talk about all that. Don't stress out. Don't think something's wrong with you. Like we said before, there are no wrong answers. It's all just about personality type. So find where you belong on the chart. Okay, so remember which box that you're in. Okay, top left, top middle left, right middle, right top. Okay, everybody has their boxes? All right, I'm going to go to the next one. So now that previous box is going to show you what you are. So wherever your number ended up, right? So if, remember here, this is your box. You look for your box with your number. And now that box is going to correspond to some words, which is personality type. So let's say, for instance, you were all the way in the top left. You're amiable over amiable. And remember, the bottom one is your primary. Okay, everybody has what they are. If you'd like, please share in the chat. I'd love to know what some of you guys are. Just in case you wanted to know, I am expressive over expressive. So I'm all the way in the top right there. I'm expressive over expressive. So I'd love to know what some of you guys are. We're going to talk about that in a second. So if you're up to sharing, put it in the chat box. All right, so let's talk about what does it all mean, right? So we just did this test. We figured out what you are. So let's figure out how it can help you be a better real estate agent and work with people, right? So we got someone in the chat box. Okay, Deborah's expressive over expressive. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that's 2 of us. Who else do we got? So let's talk about what it all means. So amiable, if you got amiable, it means you're supportive, collaborative, and loyal, right? Someone that is amiable, if you help them create guarantees and commitments, suggest systems that build confidence in their abilities, share success stories and statistics that show results, and move at a slower pace through the consulting process. So how does this help you to know personalities, right? The reason is because if you're working with a seller or a buyer that has this amiable personality, right? So you can sometimes guess people's personality types, right? Most likely a lot of you guys can guess that I'm expressive over expressive. It's not that you're going to go and give every seller or buyer this test, right? But you can get an idea of what their personality type is, and therefore you know how to deal with a person. Not everybody is one and the same. So you should know how to deal with each personality type. So again, with this amiable person, they're supportive, they're collaborative, they're loyal. You they want to create the guarantee and the commitment. You suggest the systems. They need that confidence in their ability. You want to share those success stories and statistics to show them results. They want to see those results. They want to see the proof of those results. And move at a slower pace through the consulting process. So for instance, with an amiable person, if you just start going crazy and throwing things at them and you're moving real fast, the relationship is not going to be there. They're not going to connect with you, right? You want to be an adaptable agent. So the idea is to be able to work with different personalities. Okay, that's the purpose of this. It's not just to, give you a cool test, even though it's fun. Expressive people, right? They're very social, relationship oriented, enthusiastic, right? This is why I'm probably, head of the leads department, because relationship building is all about leads, right? So you have to be that expressive type person. Motivate with recognition, share success stories, visuals to show results, right? You want to keep everything fun, upbeat, fast pace, right? That's that type of person. So if you sit here and start showing this person like 87 billion charts, right? It's not going to work. This person is going to stop listening to you probably. Versus if you told them a story about how it happened, or showed them something, something visual but not too in depth, made it fun, talk about themselves and, other things. Okay? Analytical people, right? Accurate, detail oriented, very systematic. If you say something like, trust me, to this type of person, no, you need to provide the proof. They want the recommendations, they want the facts, the charts. These people want the statistics, right? We teach you guys how to look up those statistics on our market, in our town hall, and our market updates. These are the people that will love those things. They love the facts, love the charts, love to see those results, and help them self-discover as many tangible items as possible. Make sure the goal and the plan is created and that it's crystal clear. Move at a slightly slower pace through the consulting process. So you don't want to be too fast, you don't want to be too slow, but slightly slower pace. The object is they're going to be systematic about their approach. Okay. And this could be you. This could be you as an agent. And driver. So these people are competitive, results oriented, strong willed. They, be available. You have to provide quick responses to the person. So if you're dealing with a driver seller or driver buyer, they're going to look for immediate responses. So you need to be able to think on your feet with these type of people. You have to set the guideline and the expectations on the front end of your relationship and stick with them. Motivate with recognition, keep things business-like. And this person will also like to move at a fast pace through the consulting process. So if you start, throwing statistics at this person, they might not like it as well. So you have to be very strategic when you work with people. Very, very strategic. So what do you do with the data? To be an effective consultant, you must be able to identify and empathize with people. One way to do this is by understanding the personality type of each person and realizing that people are motivated and inspired by different things. They are motivated and inspired by different things. What works for Sally doesn't work for Johnny. What works for Johnny doesn't work for Susie, right? That is the way it works. You have to get on you have to be on the same level, the same ground, the same page, whatever you want to call it. To be an effective consultant, to be an effective agent, you are in the people business. You need to know how to work with people and personalities, right? You're interviewing for a job every time you're out there. Every time you talk to a new person, you are interviewing for the job. That is the way that you need to look at it, especially when it comes to sellers, but buyers too. You are interviewing for this job. What is going to prove to them, right? We always talk about setting yourself apart, making yourself different, right? That's just not going to be a new headshot or giving them, a piece of paper that shows them the buyer process, right? Or the seller process. Yes, it helps, but that's not the only thing. You need to be able to connect to other people. And by doing that, you need to realize what type of person they are, what type of person you are, and how you can effectively connect and communicate with them, right? Let's say you're asking for a price adjustment on a listing. If you take a bunch of statistics to an expressive person or a driver per se, they might not, you're going to lose them. If you give them the passion behind it, the reason, right? That is going to play better on that type of person. But then again, if you're dealing with an analytical person, then you will get more from the statistics. Okay. All right. That was a quick one, but if you have any questions, reactions, feel free to get in touch with us. Always help at remaxedgeny.com. And I really hope that you guys like that. And I would love to know some of your outcomes. So if you want to throw it in the chat box, feel free to do so.